Hello guys, this is Paula and I am here to do the flip through for my Shabby Chic, I think, book. I don't know if it's Shabby Chic. I'll have to let you guys tell me, but it was my attempt on Shabby Chic, and it does have the pearl beads and doily and lace and doily and lace and charms and more lace, and this is a tie closure here with the button. And I need to tell you also, this little charm is awfully cute. This is my design team project for Tracie Fox Love Junk Journals on Etsy. This kit is the OhlaChic kit. And then I also used Embellishment 1 and Embellishment 2 kits that go with it for the OhlaChic kit. Your tongue just kind of keeps going when you say oolah, you know, then it just keeps going. But anyway, it's a beautiful kit. It's done in blues and pinks. And so I decided that I would use this old vintage quilt sham that I had that was all faded out, and it's from the 1950s. So that is this quilt here. I'll flip it over and let you see the back as well. So there are other squares underneath, like this is a floral. But I decided to bind the one signature in. It's a big signature. There's like 58 front and back pages. Yes, and tons of journaling space on this, and you'll see what I mean. Anyway, I bound it and then covered it with the doily that I wanted to use, and my subbies helped me pick out which lace. And so here we go. I'm going to open it, but first I want to show you this side of the book, so you can see how much lace is layered over, which I decided to layer the lace. I've seen it done on several videos, and I like the way it looks. So it's several different types of doilies here, and they are, you know, like a fountain or a waterfall over the sides. And there is also ruffled up seam binding. So, not seam binding, muslin. And I did put this really pretty button. I'm going to lay this over to the side there, the closure. This really pretty button on here, and I clipped on the closure. So you could take it off. You can add a different type of closure if you should choose so. So anyway, let's get inside. Now, let's see. So I did a lot of hand stitching on this book, and you know, one thing I didn't do was measure it. So we need to measure it real quick so you get an idea how big it is. Okay. It is 9 inches tall. And let's see, 5 3/4 to 6 inches wide. I need to write that down, so I have that, but I don't know what happened to my husband took my paper, I bet you. I bet you he did. Okay, so I'm really loving this book. It does have batting in it, and you know, it's not over thick or anything like that. It has a crunchy sound. It has a big gold envelope inside, and then I put the batting around that to just give it a little bit of sound when you move it, which I like. And then I did some different kinds of stitching on it, but the lace and the doily is all hand stitched, and so is the pockets inside. I have a doily pocket on both sides. So this was a circle. And so this is the thicker type doily. So I hand stitched all of this. Here's a little charm. This is a little deer charm. Okay, so I made these two tags that are in the front pocket. This one is just out of music sheet that's vintage. I put some pink fabric here. And then this is some lace from OhlaCrafts. And this is also from OhlaCrafts. I'm getting it. See, my tongue just don't know which direction to go. OhlaCrafts, OhlaChic kit. But this is old vintage paper, and I gessoed it and stitched around it with white thread because I thought it looked better in this situation. And then put my lace on. So I thought both of those turned out really pretty and perfect for the book. Now, I have in this book Tracie's kit, OhlaChic kit, and I have a lot of tea stain paper, and then I do have some scrapbook paper that was Paris related also. So I just kind of combined it. I wanted to have plenty of pages, and so on every tea stained paper, well, it's all tea stained, but every solid tea stained paper like this, front and back, I used my scallop flower punch, which I thought looked really good with the book. This is the first page of Tracie's kit. It's just stunning. And I did tea stain the back of all the pages. And I just put this piece of lace on there. I just thought it looked really pretty. Not lace, doily. I'll get it together in a minute. It's been one of those days. You have no idea. Okay, so I just love the pages in this kit. And so you just continue over, and here is a scrapbook page, but it also talks about Paris. And so this is one of the pockets from Tracie's kit, which I think just is really pretty. And what I did is I did a flat layer of lace, and then I did 2 layers of this floral lace that kind of dangles. And then I just used a journaling card that I had that kind of has a sparkle in it. But I took the tag that was in the kit that is the same as the first page in the book, and I just took it and wrapped lace all the way around, then attached the card and stitched around it with white thread. And continue on here. I gathered muslin, and I did do it with a brown because of the tea stain in the book, and there are some pages that have brown on them. So like this one, for instance, this is a scrapbook paper. This is Tracie's beautiful, let me take this off so you can see the paper. I want you to see the kit. It's just, she's just got things in the background, and she's got florals in the background, postage stamps. And this is an envelope that has a card inside, just a solid colored card just to journal on, to give you some extra journaling space. I have bought several doilies that have like flowers all stitched together, and this is one of those. I took all of them apart, and now I'm using these little doilies. Just kind of a heads up to you, there's a lot of them out there like that. And anytime I get my hands on them, I cut them apart and use them as embellishments. So I've got several white ones, and there's some different ones in this book I'll show you. I did some epoxy little covered images there. And I tried to make this kind of lovey-dovey, romantic. Oh, I undid this one here. And here is one of Tracie's cards. And I did stamp it with a postage stamp. Made a little card to go, or this is a little card I had here. I put it on the inside. And then I clipped it under this other, the same clip, so I could get two things on there instead of one. Here's some more of the doilies cascading over the side here. This is the pink paper that came out of the scrapbooking bin. This is Tracie's. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I love it. Here is some more of the gathered muslin and some scrapbook paper. I've alternated Tracie's and then tea stained and then scrapbook paper. And I did that so there'd be plenty of pages because I didn't want to put any other kind of papers in, just those three. So you can see where you have way more journaling space because of that. Look at this butterfly here. I just love it. The florals on both sides. Lots of writing. Here's another doily. And so I did do some decoupaging. And it's hard to tell in this, but I also have some vintage pictures in this. But here is the decoupaging. This is an old time card that came from a Tattered Dreams. And I folded it up and made a pocket, stitched around it in the brown thread. And then these are some of the mini florals that Tracie has in her store as well. This is not part of this kit, but very easy to access in Tracie's store. And I just did this like a tag like this as well with a music sheet. And then added some lace here. And you can't read what's on the back of this, but it was really funny, I'll tell you that. Okay. Because that's a copy, obviously. I didn't give you my original, but it copied perfect. It looks just like the original. There's some more of Tracie's. It's got the blue tones and the pink tones and even kind of a mint tone in it. This is scrapbook paper, tea paper, and this is a, well, it actually has lavender on here too. Has a lot of writing and just little florals attached everywhere. This is a card that we decorated in a video, and I'm going to take it off of here because I want you to tell me what kind of card you think it is. I'm going to tell you. It is an index card. And we just took it and we took some vintage music sheet and some fabric that I had that had the Eiffel Tower on it. And some of this same pink lace. And then we did the butterfly. Now we made, the butterfly is dimensional. But I knew in a book it would go flat. So I did pop it up in between each one. So it would still have height. So that worked out pretty good. And then I had some white space here. And I inked it and I was like not happy with it. So I got out my gel pen. And I just did little scallops. And then put a little black dot in the middle. And I thought it turned out good. Now all of the paper clips in this book, I'm going to make sure it's not snagging on something. All of the paper clips in this book are, well, I've got it in there. There we go. They're all made out of the coated paper. They're coated paper clips, first of all. They're either this pale pink or they're white. And I tied lace. I put a little bit of glue at the top and I tied lace on each one. This exact same lace. So I'm going to clip this card back in. And let me see. Oh, I have it on here. Let me show you this side first. This is some lace from OhlaCrafts. I just thought that would be pretty in this big pocket. But, you know, these little side pockets that are just always so beautiful. They're easy to decorate with. And, yeah, so there we go. Let's put that there. Now, I clipped this in because I didn't want it moving around in the book. Please forgive me. I've had a rattling kind of day today. Okay, so this is lace here on Tracie's pocket. And then, remember how I told you I took apart doilies? Well, this is another flower. It's kind of got a square look here, but then this is one of Tracie's mini tags from another kit. But I used the machine on a lot of things, on a lot of the cards and so forth. Here's a scrapbook page, tea stain paper. Here's another one of Tracie's. It's got the blue and the pink and the green. And this is another ruffle from muslin. Here is a scrapbook page. And I used a different doily, the edge of a doily there. Here is a journaling page with lines out of Tracie's kit. Another page from Tracie's kit. Now here, I took a circle doily and I glued it on one side, and I added some of the heavier doily and one of Tracie's little mini images. And then I printed this off of Pinterest and just put a button here and stitched around it. I thought it was pretty. And then this was just a journaling card I had. I just thought it went well. Added some lace. This was part of the scrapbook paper. It was like a newspaper that had ads on different clothes and so forth. Clothes and perfume and shoes and stuff like that. Here's the blue in Tracie's kit. I just think it's so pretty. I love everything about this kit, Tracie. And I'm sure I'll use it over and over. And here's the center of the book. And I did add beads on the strings. But I just did white. 6 on each string of the pearl. There's the same paper again. Now, a lot of these papers are just the other side now. So I'm going to go a little faster until we get to an embellished page. I don't want to bore you or waste your time. There is a cool one. It's got Paris on it too. Now, here's another one of Tracie's pockets. And it's got this really cool stripe on it. And it does have 3 layers of lace as well. Now, this is a tag that I had. And you can see there in the background, it's Tracie's paper with the lavender. And it's really pretty. So we did a video with this, I think. This is a collaging strip. So we've been doing collage, and this has, believe it or not, it has blue paper, muslin, these 3 circles with vintage text, a strip of lace, see this white lace, a strip of white lace, no, wait a minute, it has cheesecloth in there somewhere. There's cheesecloth in there too. I'm trying to find it. No, maybe it doesn't have, no, it doesn't. It has this lace. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Pink lace is 5, and this little flower is 6. And I like the way that turned out. I thought it was different, and I thought it went well with the kit. So here is another one of Tracie's envelopes, and I took the little mini tag and put it on the envelope with some lace behind it, and then also stamped it with a postage stamp. Now you can see this is really pretty with this cascading over the side there. I have found a new way to do my laces. And that's where I saw it. I know I've seen it more than one, but I saw it at Wendy's Journal Adventures. Hi, Wendy. This is such a beautiful way to do it, and I was really inspired by you to do that in my book. Okay, and then here, you have this brownish tone with pinks and blues. But I decided to make a pocket right here on the front. And this is my tag. Now you have to agree, this is pretty stunning, isn't it? This lace trim came from Ohla Crafts. Kristi has sent me some beautiful things, and I have just cherished them. But anyway, here's the pocket for that right here. But then this will fold out, and I decoupaged with the same brown and pink on a glassine bag. And here I made copies of some old vintage papers that I have from, I believe it's from this was the Western and Southern Life Insurance Company, and this was how they kept track of his bill. Can you imagine if we did that now? And it was a Cincinnati, Ohio place. Now, I couldn't get my machine to print doubles on both sides, so I had to print it separately. I'm sorry. But it took me forever to figure out where the year date was. Well, it's right here. If you just read where it says year, it's easy to find. But he only did it at the very top. So it is in 2000, not 2000. That's so funny. 1914 is when it is. And it just lists all of his payments and so forth. But I only make the copy of the first one. But I will tell you, in here I have, I guess, when he got the deed or whatever. Let me keep going. Oh, there it is right there. And this was a big certificate. So she had, whoever it was, had insured different members. And so this was a child, age 2. And she had to pay 5 cents weekly for the premium on this little person. And you can see right here, December the 8th, 1913. I bought I haven't had these documents very long, but I had the originals. And I've been listening to most of the ladies that do junk journaling, and I haven't done it even a year yet. Talk about, you know, you want to make copies. Unless you have multiples or something, you want to make copies. And so you could share them with more people. Okay, look at this beautiful Eiffel Tower in Tracie's kit. And it has the beautiful florals and postage stamp. And I just love this page. Love, love, love this page. Here's some scrapbook paper. Here's some more Tracie's. And I really love, I tea stained all of this. All the papers and scrapbook papers in Tracie's kit. And it just makes them sound nice and crunchy. Here is another muslin gathered there. Look at this page in Tracie's kit with the butterfly, and it's, you know, the posted stamp, and just dress form is just so cool. Here's some scrapbook paper. And this is also a copy, but you wouldn't know it because it really appears to be the original. But I wanted to put some old vintage photos in there to go along with the whole design thing with Paris and so forth. So, this is the next pocket that I did with lace and another floral and one of Tracie's little mini tags. And then on this, I just took a Project Life text type card and added the lace that's from the front of the book. Some Paris type fabric. You can see right here it says Paris. And my thing this year is I'm into kindness. I think we all need to be kind to one another. So I found this stamp. I've been looking for one for a long time. It's still not really exactly what I want, but it's close enough. A bit of kindness to brighten your day. But there's so many different ones, and I'd like to get the definition for sure. And then here's an epoxy covered floral and a circle journal card. And I like the way that turned out, and it looks really nice in this pocket. And then I used another one of the paper clips that has a, let me get this on here right. If you don't have everything just back like you have it, you wanted it, nothing fits right. That's not true, but I'm trying to get it back where it belongs. Bring this up a little higher, and then I think it will work better. Okay. Isn't it funny how we just fiddle in our books to get it just like we want it? Okay, and as we continue on, you can see this is scrapbook paper. And this kind of bled through a little bit, but it's really just the color that's on the other side. But I wanted to put a library pocket in, and I added this floral here, and this is some scrapbook paper. This is one of Tracie's little tickets, 5 cents. Nothing's 5 cents anymore. And here is Tracie's little library card. I love the way it turned out. And then here is just a card I had and another epoxy flower. And then I covered the back in some other scrapbook paper. So I just wanted it to have a pocket. I didn't want it just floating out there, so I added that. And it was an ugly pocket, and I made it look way better, I think. Here's some more of the doily. And here is the back page of Tracie's kit. Piece of scrapbook paper, another pocket. This one has a butterfly charm right here. And this is one of the tags with the dress form. Isn't that pretty with the butterfly? And I stitched it on to the pink paper to give it a pop of color. And then there's just this pretty rose card that I had, and I thought would look pretty in here. And then just a journaling card. I just added some doily right there. I think the simple things can really be beautiful. And so I hope you enjoyed seeing my cover and the journal itself. This will be in my Etsy store in a couple hours. So it is 7:35 Central Standard Time right now. So I'm going to work on getting that in the store. So if you're interested in this book, that's where it will be. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this process of working on a shabby chic journal. I know I did. It was so different than anything I've done, and I enjoyed it. So if I come up with some more really faded out quilting fabric, I will definitely be thinking about another shabby chic journal. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it so much. And if you haven't subscribed, we're going to make more of these at some point. So come join us. And I'm going to put my trim back on the front. It's just crinkled up seam binding. And I thought it matched well. And so that's what we got. All right, you can't really tell how pretty it really looks in person, because it's just crumbled up, you know, but you get the point. All right, guys, I will see you later, and I want to tell you to go over and check out Tracie's site on Etsy. It's Love Junk Journals by Tracie Fox, and she has put so many new kits in this year. And already this year she has. And so you don't want to miss out on any of the fun of her wonderful kits at a great value. And I know you'll love all of them. So go over there, check Tracie out, tell her that I sent you, and have fun shopping and bring home the OhlaChic kit. All right, guys. Bye.